Hello and welcome. This video will cover all of the information for this topic. Feel free to watch the full video, or if you prefer, you can scrub along the timeline at the bottom and jump straight to the section of your choice. There are many different factors which contribute to an individual being overweight, which can lead to a pathway of ill health and chronic disease. The common steps within this pathway include initial weight gain due to poor diet and inactivity over a period of time. This weight gain can lead to a realisation and a change of self-confidence. A low self-confidence can then manifest possibly into low self-esteem, where an individual will typically avoid activity and exercise, especially in social situations, due to possible embarrassment. Due to this lack of activity, the individual's fitness will steadily decline, leading to a deconditioning over the course of a few months, where stiffness to the joints and breathlessness with moderate exertion occurs. If this sedentary lifestyle stays and weight gain continues to increase, an individual's health can become affected in the medium term. Continued inactivity will then lead to physical and psychological illness, which leads to a further downward spiral of more acute health issues, ultimately leading to possible complications and a change to an individual's health status, with the possibility of a chronic health condition manifesting which cannot be reversed. This is why it's important for individuals to take positive action towards healthy, sustainable change when they start to become overweight and obese, particularly if they are leading a sedentary lifestyle. Body mass index, or BMI, was designed and intended as a convenient means of assessing population-wide obesity statistics and serves this purpose very well. However, it may not be effective in identifying obesity in all individuals, as it does not consider body composition, such as fat and muscle mass. For example, some bodybuilders would be considered obese on the BMI chart. However, their body fat percentage could be less than 10%, which is not a fair reflection on their health status. Body mass index is calculated by weight in kilograms divided by height in meters squared. A BMI of between 18.5 and 24.9 is optimal. If an individual's BMI falls above or below this, then it could have a significant impact on their health, and possible interventions should be sought. Obesity is a multifactorial issue, meaning that there are many causing factors, including biological, psychological, and sociological factors. These are collectively known as biopsychosocial factors. Biological factors are predominantly an individual's genetics and include age, gender, and an individual's somatotype, and these factors cannot be changed. The psychological factors involving obesity are that of an individual's mental traits and behaviours, and are hard to change, such as an individual's personality, beliefs, and attitude. Psychological factors are often interlaced with both biological and sociological factors. Sociological factors include the factors revolving around society and the environment in which a person lives. This can include socio-economic status of an individual, education, and family background of an individual. If somebody is living in a developed part of the world within an obesogenic society and also has access to disposable income, the individual is more likely to be susceptible to being overweight or obese. The three biopsychosocial factors collectively determine an individual's susceptibility and prevalence of becoming overweight. Obesity kills more people globally than hunger, with the cost of obesity-related conditions to the NHS in the UK being an estimated £2.5 billion per year, with the cost to the wider community through sickness alone being estimated at £3.6 billion per year. Statistics from Public Health England 2021 state that 27% of adults in England are obese, and a further 36% are overweight. And in England, 9% of children are obese by the age of 4 or 5. Rates of obesity are highest in the northeast of England and lowest in London, due to the possible socio-economic factors in these areas and associated average earnings, with individuals aged 55 to 64 being most likely to be obese, and 16 to 24-year-olds being the least likely. Overall, the UK's obesity rates are below that of the USA and Australia, but above that of France and Germany. And while there are numerous governmental strategies and implementations to reduce obesity levels, obesity is still a rising trend, both nationally and globally. Public Health England, which was set up by the Department of Health to protect and improve the nation's health and well-being, and to reduce health inequalities, has identified a number of health risks associated with being overweight and obese. These health risks include musculoskeletal risk, including joint, muscle pain, osteoarthritis and lower back pain. Metabolic disease, including diabetes, hypercholesteremia and obesity. Cardiovascular disease risk, including hypertension, coronary heart disease, stroke and deep vein thrombosis. Reproductive issues, including menstrual abnormalities and erectile dysfunction. Possible psychological illness, including anxiety and depression. And being overweight and obese increases a risk of having cancers such as breast, stomach, liver, pancreas, kidney and colon cancers. There's a strong positive correlation with the higher that individual's BMI, the more likely that it is that they are. There's a strong positive correlation with the higher an individual's BMI, the more likely it is that they are to develop the associated conditions. This is why it's important to maintain a healthy weight throughout your life. Maintaining a healthy weight is important to maintain a healthy lifestyle and benefits from a reduced risk of illness and disease due to a reduction in both body fat and visceral fat, leading to an improvement of the quality of life throughout your life, along with an increased life expectancy and an improved mood and self-esteem, along with many other psychological and physiological effects of maintaining a healthy weight. Exercising with a common health condition carries a higher risk than that of a healthy individual, as certain conditions may be exacerbated or absolutely contraindicated with the presence of exercise. However, if cleared by a medical professional, exercise can assist in the management and possible reversal of some acute and chronic conditions. The acute risks presented to the musculoskeletal system from exercising includes possible breaks, sprains and strains, including the delayed onset of muscle soreness and aggravated lower back pain. While the risks are low, the benefits are high, and these include increased functional capacity and increased range of motion to an individual suffering with musculoskeletal conditions. The acute risks to individuals with metabolic disease includes possible fainting and collapse, particularly with poor blood sugar management. However, there is a possibility of the reversal of some diagnosis, such as pre-diabetes and hypercholesteremia, with the reduction of weight. The acute risks to individuals who have cardiovascular disease can be severe, with acute events occurring such as myocardial infarction, stroke, transient ischemic attack, and possibly leading to death. If exercise is appropriate and graded appropriately, it can have a significant benefit in managing certain conditions such as deep vein thrombosis and angina. The acute risks of exercise to individuals who have reproductive issues is low, however, can result in localised discomfort, with some fertility issues being reversed through an exercise and nutritional intervention and a reduction in weight. The acute risks from exercise to individuals who have psychological illness is also relatively low. However, complications could arise due to medications which they are on to manage the illness, with appropriate exercise having both a positive acute effect due to endorphins and possible well-being, leading to long-term management of certain psychological illnesses. The acute risks of exercise to individuals who have certain cancers will be varied dependent on the type and stage of progression of the cancer. However, if suitable and appropriate programming, then possible symptoms of the condition can be managed. A level 2 fitness instructor does not hold the appropriate qualifications to program or exercise individuals with chronic medical conditions. However, it's appropriate to know both the acute risks and benefits of exercise for individuals with common chronic health conditions to be able to educate the wider public. It's important to always source credible, evidence-based information about health and well-being to support all clients in improving their health and fitness. Always consider carefully where the information has came from and give thought if the writer has a vested interest in the outcome. Some examples of credible resources when supporting clients include the Department of Health, the National Health Service, Public Health England, and the British Medical Journal. You have now completed all of the content from this topic. If you have any questions from what was covered, please contact your tutor. Or if you'd wish to test your knowledge, why not try some of the mock questions? If you're happy with your progress in learning, feel free to move on to the next topic.